And hey, everybody. All right. Let's just see what we can do here. You never know. Maybe we'll actually be able to hear me and be able to see what's going on. I'm hoping. Just give me a second. I'm just getting everything set up here. Okay, besides a massive delay, everything's looking good. I'm hopefully you're not getting any feedback or anything. Just kind of, I use an iPad for the chat, so gotta change things up every once in a while. Alrighty. So this is what I'm driving. This is an old Mac R series. I believe it's by Haravan. Give me a second here and I can show you what we've got on. Go to the mods. And yeah, it's the Mac R series. So this is Harvan and more. So this is what you want. It's on the Steam Workshop, as you can see. I've also got some engine and transmission changes that go with it. A few other mods that are relevant. I'm using this icon to get rid of the funky green, neon green signs and shit when you're at a gas station or garage or loading the truck. Kind of replaces things. You see the flags here. The flags are for your parking, but it puts like at the gas station, I believe it's a crushed soda can over where you got to stop. In your garage, it's a soda cup. Outside at other places, it's like a pizza box or other garbage that you come across. Of course, I have the FLB that I'm not using at the moment. Realistic headlights, I absolutely suggest this. Some extra lights from the Hello Rally. And then my VNL stuff from Aerodeth. And ignore these cheats, they're not used. Put them in there. I was testing with another profile, trying to set up a multiplayer. And then I've got wheels and tire packs and dashboard changes, and of course Cecil's Magle pack and his cabin accessories and stuff, and more of the Aerodeth, and then the two biggies, the minimal visor and the sound fixes. So that's what we use. That's the normal stuff that we use at all times. Now, as far as what do I have for garages? I don't have much. 14 garages. I believe my home garage is based in Portland. Yeah, I switched myself over to Portland. And I've got 21 drivers. This one is new. New guy just, or girl brought on. And I have a few trucks. As you can see. The main trucks I use are the Mack, the Volvo, Aerodeath, Peterbilts, and the Kenworths. I've put out on drivers for now. And then I believe I'm also parked up, or had parked up, a Freightliner. No, I gave that one away too, so these two haven't been given anything yet. So that's about it. I'll get started in 1 second here. I just want to check something in the background. Yes, I'm signed into Truck Books because I track my stuff for a virtual trucking company. So now I have no idea when it comes to the iPad app, how the video or anything works. So I'm still playing with that. But I think I'm going to use it mainly just to monitor and check the chat. So, as far as my controls, I've got a Thrustmaster T150, as it says in the comments below in my rig specs. It does have pedals. I'm driving as an automatic because the paddle shifter can be a little bit annoying. I turn it on and off depending on what I'm doing. And let's see where we are. Get into this a little bit. Oh, well, wherever we are, it's raining. Okay, where are we? Oh, we're down in Los Angeles. Lovely. You know what? I don't want to start in LA, so what I'm going to do is, I think I go up to Portland. Start from there. So let me fast travel over to my garage in Portland. Start from there. Oh, that's better. It's not raining here. I like that. Now the question is, what was my last job and where's my trailer? I think I need my trailer. Where's my reefer? There it is. Or is that the one I was using, or did I have another one going? Probably had another one going, didn't I? It's in Meaford, or Medford. Oh, yeah. Let's dismiss that. And, oh, I know why. This is a shorter trailer I was using. Okay, I want to use that. I have two reefers. I have a 53 and a 48. No, sorry. Dismiss. Yes. Relocate to Portland. Yes. Now I can use it. Too many clickings. There we go. Yeah, this is a shorter double axle trailer that I'm using. I have a 53-foot that I use as well. It's here. And that's the truck. Pretty standard. It's got a 12-speed in it, I believe. Nothing overly fancy. Of course, it was raining and there we go. Bear with me a second. I'm going to check the sound and make sure that that's not overpowering. If it is, I'll turn it down. So just give me 1 second. Can't even tell at the moment. I don't think I'm hearing any engine noise. I might have it turned down a little bit too much for the stream. Or it might be too loud. Yeah, I'm going to drop that sound just a little bit. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Okay, let's find a job and get on the road. So you can see I've covered quite a bit here. Trying to cover more of the roads here. To Gallup. Oh, that's a long road. I don't think I want to go that far. Arizona. Portland to LA, San Diego. You know what, let's take this job over to Bend. We'll go from there. Pickup's just next door, so. Remember what I was saying about the thing that replaces all the green markers? Like there's some kind of a fast food box sitting there in front of my pumps. So we get that loaded up. The reason I went with a shorter trailer is I was having some issues moving in and out of the garage. I kept clipping in my own garage. Come on. Using the mouse to see here. I was clipping coming in and out of the garage and it was throwing my truck all over the place. Because I have the trailer stability and everything turned down to like where it's supposed to be if you have a wheel. There's only a slider in the settings right now for trailer stability. there's a, oh look, a can I have to drive over. There's one for suspension stiffness and truck stability that you have to play with. So let's take that job. Let's pick up the load. It's supposed to be right over here. So, yeah, see the flags? Okay, so let's take a look out. Oh, it's going to be a hard cut. Slam the wall there if I'm not careful. That's what I kind of thought. So far we can swing that trailer. Cheat. Hang on. Let me just get out and take a look here. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. I should be able to cut that in. The mirror here. So hard to judge with that stack there. Just missed that post, didn't I? That was a lucky shot there. Yeah, I'm going to cheat and view from out here. It's a little bit easier. There we go. That's considered parked. So let's get this thing loaded. Okay, first thing I want to do is check the map and see where we're going. Down through Salem, nothing weird there. And over to Bushnell Farms, okay. Yeah, it's not that bad. This will be a quick trip. So if anyone is watching and can comment whether it looks like a potato or sounds like a potato, I'd appreciate it. These are just tests that I'm doing. Part of getting back to a regular schedule, I had to upgrade some equipment, and then Windows decided to blow up on me just before Christmas, so that was wonderful fun reinstalling. Oh, watch the stop sign. Watch the stop sign. I missed it. I'll take that as a count. I do play with traffic violations off, not because I generally speed, but because the AI are idiots. So it makes it very hard to end up doing anything with the AI cutting you off for no reason whatsoever and causing you major trailer damage. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is not a super fast truck. Basically run it at about 65 miles an hour. The bog standard one takes a long time to get there, even with the best engine and transmission. So I found that other mod that brings it up. It allows me to get a little bit more horsepower instead of 283, I believe it's 320, if I'm not mistaken. And it has the ability to do a 16-speed transmission. But I find even that one on the hills is a little wonky. Just because it never seems to put its way into the right gear at the right time. So I find the 12 is just better off overall. Whoops. I gotta go this way to Salem. Great truck, though. I love the old trucks. The only thing missing on this thing is a clock. If you notice, it does have sat-nav. That's aftermarket. Comes with part of the add-ons for the Mac. Paint job is orange metallic with a black stripe. I tried hard to make the trailer looks similar. Not the greatest when it comes to that stuff. Tried to color match. If you take a quick look around the cabin here, you can see that it's laid out pretty accurate as far as I can tell from what I've seen online. It's a very good model. Oops, a little drifting here and there. Does not have anything fancy. Does have an engine brake. Doesn't have a full retarder that the newer trucks do. And when you're building it up, you can customize the air intakes on either side. As you can see, I've got both sides set up. But if you don't like that, you can do one side or the other. You can do short stacks. You can make them chrome, make the canisters chrome. Or you can have them painted like I do, and you can have the strappings can be painted or they can be chromed. And then you'll notice there's a rear rack. Until I get on a bit of a stretch here, and I'll give you another quick view from the outside. You'll be able to see that there's a rack just behind me here. You can see the grating. That's for when you're hauling logs or other open cargo like that, because it's got the back window. It's not a solid wall. It's meant to protect you from getting crunched if something comes flying loose on the load and you're in any form of collision or something. The bulldog on the nose there, you can choose whether it's silver or gold, or you can do what some of them did. They replaced them with a duck, which is kind of cool as well. Let's see. Engine brake comes on nicely, but it doesn't have a retarder, so cruise control does work on it. The thing is, unlike the more modern trucks, if you set it up that if you start going over the set speed, the retarder will come on and kick it down for you. This one doesn't, it coasts. So it does make a little bit of a difference when you're driving compared to the newer trucks. Its lack of horsepower shows. Not so much when you're pulling away. It seems pretty steady because of the good ratios in the transmission. But its top speed is limited, and when I say limited, it just runs out of power. And the other thing is when you climb in hills, she'll bog down and sit. The Volvo I run, the Air Death, it's got about 750 horsepower, 2,500 or 3,000 pound-feet of torque or something ridiculous. So you turn around and you start cranking hills and it doesn't slow down. You put 50 tons behind it, it doesn't slow down. It doesn't care. This, you gotta plan things out. You wanna pass something, you better be downhill with a tailwind and have lots of line of sight. Haven't hit anything with it yet. How's it going, Raptor? Just noticed the chat there. Haven't hit anything with it yet. I've rolled it twice. Once was that bug I mentioned earlier about coming out of the garage with a long trailer, and I clipped the trailer. And the second time was me just goofing around and trying to learn the truck. So how's it going, Raptor? Just having a boring day and driving in Oregon. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Kind of a crappy day here. Rainy and cool. And I'm just trying to find out whether this thing is actually sounding and looking okay as a stream or not. I had to redo everything, so I have no clue what it looks like on your end. Yeah. Yeah. And if you've got trailer stability turned off like I do, then it likes to roll. You got to be really careful on the corners. You know, if you see a corner that's marked down to 30, carrying a load like that, because it's so top heavy as well, you got to really book it down. I usually take those at about 25. Polizei. We don't big much. I'm glad it looks good. Sound all right. I'm not overpowering with the truck noise compared to the microphone. I got a new mic for Christmas, so I'm trying to level everything out. Yeah, so I guess you're doing the not the cargo market with your own trailer, but the regular cargo jobs. I used to do a lot of them in ETS. That's where I've got actually more miles. You can see how it gets bogged down. The truck is sweet, but it's not a screamer, let me tell you. Whoops. So should I know. Wrong button. I was doing the heavy loads in Euro Truck, doing all those mining machines and stuff up in Norway, coming out of the pits up there, out of the gravel pits and mines and stuff. And man, that was I had a low end truck at the time with not a lot of power, and I'll tell you, it was scary. Some of those runs, they've got some pretty wild roads up there. Oh, nice. Nice. I think I've got all the DLC as well. I might be... if anything, I'm missing something like the tuning packs or something. I don't even know which ones I have, to be honest. I know I've got all the maps. Special transport, and... I'm pretty sure I've got them all except for like the tuning and paint job stuff. I don't think it's a big deal. And I try not to use too many mods that do a lot of changes to physics and stuff like that. It can be a little dicey. Even some of the trucks, I always have I always keep one truck not being driven that's a standard stock SCS in case a game updates breaks the truck mods that I like to use, and if that happens, it can lock you out. It should be a real bitch if it knocked you out of the game. Yeah, there's not too many of them that I enjoy. I find that most of the paint jobs are kind of garish, if you ask me. I'd rather have something that was a little more like subtle, like this one. Metallic orange with a black stripe. I did buy a couple of them in Euro Truck just simply because they were on sale or part of a bundle or whatever the case may be in that regard. But I don't use them. I just have them because they were part of something else. I just wish they would. I wish they would make it easier for us to do our own paint job packs, like do our own custom stuff. You know, give me some of the base skins, but have it so that, you know, it asks me for my name, it asks me for my truck company, my logo. Why can't it put that on the door automatically, or outside the garage or something? It'd be nice. There's quite a few mods for paint jobs and stuff like that, but there's not a lot in the way of adding like signage on your garage or something similar along that lines, which is too bad because I really think there's a market for it. So you don't run ETS very much, I take it? More of an American truck? Oh, there's me not paying attention. Sorry about that. I kind of split myself between Euro and American, depending on how I'm feeling. But I'm also also a member of a virtual trucking company. I live in Long Haul, which is Euro-based. I live in Switzerland, so. And do some driving for them. Well, let it count either way. It's being counted in the background. But as it stands right now, oh shit. Hope I can get through there before the gates drop. You ever hit a train? I've hit two. I hit that one in Santa Fe. Crosses a couple places. Just bear with me here. I just saw your comment come up, but I can't. I gotta wait till I get more on a straight stretch, or else I can put myself off in the rhubarb again, which is not good. Okay, hang on, I'm just gonna pause this here so I can read what you're saying. Yeah, I was with Viva One as well. I was with them at the beginning when I first found out what a VTS was. That was the only one I knew of because of their ads on the Truckers FM. But for me, it was just too much of a you're a little fish in a big pond, and it didn't feel like it was a close knit group for me because they're just too large. And that's when I found Lithium Long Haul. Yeah, I know they expect it soon. Jeez. Yeah, the one train I hit in Santa Fe caused like 20% damage to the truck and the trailer, but no damage to the load. which was really strange. I figured for sure I was going to get smacked. Is there another for ATS? You mean VTC? Well, most of them do both. Like lithium long haul. If you just the one that I'm on, for example, they do both ATS and ETS. They're more ETS oriented, but the miles that you do, it counts for ATS as well. And they're a good group of people. They we joke around quite a bit, and good chaps to spend time with and that. But no, they cover ATS as well. Like right now, this month, I think I'm so far I'm top driver on the ATS side. I'm third or fourth in ETS. It's still early in the month. But yeah, like I said, I'm tooting my horn for Lithium because I drive for them. But if you go and look at trucksbooks.eu, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of... Oh, there's my flags. Okay. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trucking firms out there, based all over the place, depending on what you're looking for. And I'm sure you can find something there to your liking. But again, as I said, I would check out the link for Lithium. They got a website, just you can go check it out and see if that does anything for you. Flag on the one side. I'll take it if it's close. Yeah. It took that. There we go. Yeah, there's tons of them. Let me just double check the address here once the results show up. I believe it's trucksbooks.eu. Game's going to freeze here while I tab out just to check. Trucksbook.eu, I believe. Let's see. Yep, that's correct. So you create an account there, and then you can go through and see all the all the different companies. And you can search by what you're interested in, whether it's ATS, ETS. Some of them have specialties, like, you said you like doing the heavy hauls. Well, they might have a company that specializes in the heavy hauls. But my suggestion is, when you look at the company, if they list a website, go and check out the website and learn more about them. That was one of the things. Oh, you're welcome. That was one of the things that kind of bothered me about Viva, was they were just so large. Like, I mean, they've got, what, 4,000 drivers? Like, that's just crazy. And Lithium, right now, I think we have 75, or not even 75 drivers. And they're a great bunch of guys. And the guy that started it, he streams as well. And I was checking out his stream one day, and we were talking about it. And like I said, I didn't even know what a VTC was until I heard the ad on Truckers FM, and I've been playing this game now for, since early last year. And I joined Viva, and then 4 days later I switched over to Lithium, because it was just a more, how do you say, not, I wouldn't, a smaller community where you feel better because you're part of it, you're interacting with it, and you're not just one of the millions or hundreds or thousands or whatever drivers that they have. So yeah, that's my take on it. But that's everybody's different. Everybody has their own way of looking at it and things. So depending on what you're interested in, I mean, there can be quite a few different ones that you might find that you say, hey, this looks really cool. And don't feel that if you join them or if you have to join them in order to find out more about them, I would say, most of them have Discords, so you can get on there and at least chat with them if you're not into the voice chat, and get on there and get a feel for what they're like before you can commit to it. Talk to the guys. That's the best thing. That's where it went kind of sideways for me with Viva. It was just, anytime I had a question, it felt like I was in a queue to get an answer, and it wouldn't come for hours, which is kind of a pain in the ass when you're trying to do something. So, hey, if you use Discord, it's great. I mean, even if you're, I know a lot of people that don't even use it for voice. They're just there for the text chatting. So, and I know that it's getting even bigger with the Discords. It's pretty cool. So let's see where we are. We're still a ways out here. So we got a Wahlberg, a home store, and whatever wood shop that is, Heathwood. Oh, they got a Plasters down here, another Wahlberg. 2 Wahlbergs, nice. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see what we got in the cargo market. And again, I don't want a really long haul because I don't have tons of time. So what do we got? I can go back to Portland, go to Astoria, which is basically go over to Burns, go down to Eureka, Medford. Sacramento's a little far, so well, you know what? That looks like a nice little run. That looks like it's all, yeah, it's all back roads, more or less. Let's see, what time have we got here? Yeah, I think I got time for that. Of course, the pickup is here, so that's nice too. As you can see, the modeling in here is really nice. If I hit the engine brakes there, we get the toggles. Windshield wipers. I like the old trucks. Just something about them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the trailer here, go grab the job, and then come back and pick up the trailer. It's a little faster. I wish they would just realize that you're sitting in the lot and you could be able to launch the pickup there. I gotta drive over the little cup here. Take the job. And then this thing's got 2 gears in reverse, so let's use the second one. Oh, it's got 3, 4, 5. Wow. I didn't realize it had that many gears in reverse. Let's go grab the trailer. Yeah, because my pickup's in the corner. Jeez, I'm losing sight of him. Stay on target. Stay on target. Whoops. That's not the view I want. That one's the one I want. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize it had so many reverse gears. That's kind of cool. Sort of explains a few things. Although I wonder, is it faster in reverse than forward at times? I'm sure that's there because it's made for hauling heavy loads in and out of the bush. Okay, let's take a shot trailer. Head over to the other corner here. We're probably going to have to back it in there as well, aren't we? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to cheat on this one. Save me a little bit of time. Oh, I should check the map. I do it fine on fuel. Okay, so we're just going to cut across. Oh, it isn't back roads. It's all the way down. That's going to be a nice quick little jaunt. Little marker that this is like a soft drink cup or something. Just kind of cool. I like the way they do that. Let's not hit the John Deere on the way out. So what's your main truck, Raptor? What do you like driving in ATS? Out of the stock trucks, I think, like the old Peterbilt. Not the newer style, the older style. I think I chose it over the Kenworth because of the interior, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, It's a nice truck, that W900. A lot of mods for it. You can really get that thing cranked up pretty good. I got a couple for the dash and stuff in my mods for the 900 just to give it a kind of a more up-to-date look and a better color scheme. I'm fussy over dash lights. I know there's a lot of guys that would love to see some of the whites and the Western Stars, current ones in the game. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, it's one of those corners. They say 25. Make it 25, definitely. Otherwise, I'll end up rolling all over the place. And it wouldn't be the first time, and it won't be the last. And, oh shit, we need to take those brights off a little bit. Yeah, there's what was the one model I was looking at that I think it was the new Cascade or Cascadia Freightliner that somebody had modeled up. And if I didn't have Airdus VNL in game, I think I'd probably go for something like that for a modded truck, for something that's a little more current. Western Stars would be nice too. I'm originally from Canada. My brother back in Canada was a driver, and he drove an old Freightliner cab over. That's why I have the FLB model. Oops, I have the FLB model because it's most similar to his truck. It'd be nice if they do. The more trucks, the merrier, I say. It'd be nice if they could get some of the Macs in there. But then again, the mods, third-party trucks. I mean, there's some nice trucks. There are some quality modders out there that take the time. Like this thing is really well done. This and the FLB, really well done. Presses the hell out of me. Like, I mean, even down to the labeling on the dash for some of the warning stickers and stuff like that. I mean, they've taken the time, they've taken the care. It's great. It's fabulous stuff. Just what I find the biggest issue for me in a lot of cases is not the models, but the way the truck performs. There was another Mac I looked at that was a little bit different than this. And there was even a cab over Mac that I looked at, and I just, the way the truck performed in game, the way it drove, the way it felt, it wasn't, it just didn't feel good to me. One moment, guys. Sorry about that. Delivery guy was here for my upstairs neighbor. Had to tell him where to go to get up there. And I see all these other mods where you have these guys putting like pickup trucks and sports cars and everything else in the game, and I'm like, you know what? That's really not my thing. Really not my thing at all. Like to be able to be a little more choosier about the trucks. I mean, the SCS trucks are nice, but they're just, hell with it, I'm leaving the high beams on. The SCS trucks are nice, they're really well done, you know. But again, it's the little touches that the modders do that make it so much better. Like, I mean, with Cecil and his mega pack, I mean, the stuff you can have in the truck, it's fantastic. There's so much stuff you can put in here. You know, I wish somebody would do some more mods for different drivers that you could have for what you see from the outside. It's just great that they allow the community to do these mods, and I just think it makes it better. It's better when you have a community that's a lot more involved in the game than some. You know, some games they don't allow any mods at all, and it's, you get what you get, and that's it. You know, one of those games that I play a lot that doesn't have any real third-party mods in the game is Elite Dangerous, and it's a great game. I've got thousands of hours in that game, but all the mods are outside the game. And take something like this, or Arma 3, which I play a lot of, or DCS World. I mean, they have huge modding communities that just bring it to a whole new level. You know, in Arma 3, they can make it look like a World War II with battle with all the equipment, uniforms, all the vehicles, everything else, so they can make it look like Halo. I mean, there's actually a mod right now that basically makes you a Halo soldier in the game. You know, it's all the Halo equipment. You get to run all this stuff, just as if you were in Halo. So that's cool. And DCS World, being that it's a flight sim, you know, we've got a lot of planes that you can fly, but there's a lot of add-ons for the planes and adjustments, and there's even a plane that is completely done by the community. It is free, no charge, and it is really good. It's an A4 Skyhawk, and it's a really well done module. I play DCS World for the helicopters, and you know, it's, the mods in that game are really well done. There's a lot of mods that integrate the game into other features. Like there's a standalone radio system that works within the game on different frequencies that you have on the radios in the planes. So you're contacting different airports on different frequencies and so forth, and that's all set up and works like a mini TeamSpeak type setup. And that's really cool. You know, you don't always get to see that level of integration and outside integration into a game like that. think a lot of games out there have a huge amount of thanks to the modding community that does so much for these games. Oh, there's a Volvo coming up in the rear view mirror. Yeah, I snuck over early. Sue me. Yeah, since the light's red, if you take a look, see the rack back there to protect you from the cows. Or from the logs. I don't have a cow catcher in the front. You got different chassis available for the truck as well, so you can go to the 6x2, a 6x4. Short, long wheelbase, tank size, all the stuff you would expect, and it's great. And then it also hooks into Cecil's mods into his mega pack, so I can throw anything on the dashboard I want from any of his mega pack. I can have coffee cups, passengers, dogs, cats, robots, whatever. I love it. I really enjoy this game. Just relaxing. Just simply relaxing. Let's see, when do they expect us? Oh, well, if everything holds up, we should get there ahead of schedule. Yeah, I really like this map they did for Oregon. You know, I like traveling in California and Nevada and stuff, but I just wonder what's going to happen with some of the other maps. You know, there's nothing in American Truck Sim that's the equivalent of Pro Mods in Europe, because it's been going on for so long now. But as new map DLC comes out, I just wonder which way they're going to do it. I gotta imagine there's a few states they're gonna have to sell together. There's just no way that it would be cost effective to turn around and say, you know, here's a small state, give us $10 for it. Let's coast for a little while because I'm not gonna get around this guy. He's hauling logs. Hey, Bushnell Farms. I'm carrying your stuff too. Go over there, horns. Pace a little bit so I can get around him. As we could start getting into any hills, I'm going to be slowing down a lot more than he is. Now, I normally play with a head tracker. but it's been acting wonky. So I've got it shut down at the moment. Geez, now he speeds up. Holy crap. Oh, he's turning off. Good. Get back onto a nice mellow pace here. I play with a head tracker, but it's been a little wonky, so until I get that sorted out, I'm going to play without it. That's why I've got the mirrors up, because normally I would look at the mirrors, but the mirrors on this truck are a little out there, so it's kind of hard to get into your field of view to use them without a head tracker. Not much you can do. Get up the pace here. Now these are the worst. Buses. The AI for buses, for some reason, they like to switch lanes all over the place. It's almost as bad as the cars that they come up to a divided highway and they slow down and then they change lanes and then they speed up. Or the truck that pulls out in front of you, he's down the road a ways, but he pulls out and he goes from the right lane to the left lane to the right lane to the left lane. He's going all over the place. I know I can bypass you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. I used to run a bunch of mods from Jazzy Cat for the AI traffic, adding different vehicles and changing their behavior and so forth. And just the amount of mods I had running all the time and trying to keep them sorted, and one would get updated and it would break something. And I said, okay, if it's not in the Steam Workshop and if it's marked as not compatible, I'm just not going to load it. I tried the Coast to Coast mod. I tried Canada Dreams for the map mods. While Coast to Coast was nice, it's very Spartan. It's very lacking in the amount of detail that it has. Which is just one of those things. It's a big space to cover. Don't get me wrong, I like the map mods. They're cool. It's just there's so much space, and when you only have a few people that are working on it, like the Pro Mods team for Euro Truck, they've been out a lot longer and they've got a lot of people involved. So I mean, they, in comparison to the Coast to Coast or any other larger mods for ATS, it's just the amount of area that they cover and the amount of detail that's required is just too much for a small team to be able to put out in any great quantity. Sure, it's gotten better. It's gotten a lot better, but it's still not up to the quality of the Pro Mod stuff, and that kind of sets the standard, unfortunately. But if somebody has never played Euro Truck and never heard of Pro Mods, never seen what it does, and they just grab all the ATS stuff and then grab C2C and Canada Dreams in Mexico and that, I think they'd be all right with it for the most part. It's a good layout, a good system. It just, again, with them being a small team too, if something breaks on an update from the game, you're stuck waiting. Just kind of sucky to play if you're in the middle of driving through the map modded area when it goes south. It's another reason why I keep a backup truck, that I don't put another driver in, just a stock truck, so that if things go south with any of my truck mods that I happen to be running, I can drive if things go bad. Another thing is I've spent all my in-game money getting trucks with specific paint jobs out for my drivers. Shouldn't I at least see them on the road every once in a while as an AI, going, hey, there goes Dave, or whatever, that must be one of mine, that's a paint job. That's just me. There's a lot of ways they can improve this game and make the in-game economy and logistics that you set up for your company be more involved within the game itself, which I think would be a very cool thing for them to do. Can you imagine you get yourself a truck mod like this Mac, that you outfit every driver you have with it, specific paint job with the Mac truck. You go out, you drive, and you see another one of your guys coming at you, so you look it up, and sure enough, he was going to Portland. That's one of my drivers. They just randomly, because basically the way it works now is basically the AI that you see is just scripted vehicles. It has nothing to do with anything that your drivers do. Those are just a countdown. Oh, we chose them to do this job, and this is how long it takes. So we'll wait for that to tick by in game, and then it's done. I'd like to be able to see them out there. I had some fun over the weekend. Was, doing some miles in Euro Truck, and there I drive an old Volvo. And I have the pedals and everything set up for the feel of this truck, this specific Mac. So I've adjusted my braking and everything else to match up for the way the truck feels. And I ended up touching the brakes in Euro Truck and lock everything up on the old Volvo. Plus I had the winter mods enabled in Euro Truck, so that made it even more interesting when it slid me off a mountain road. A little bit of damage. I think that was 3% of the cargo. I rolled the truck, completely rolled it. It was a little bit embarrassing. One of the things that the mod I have does, it takes away all the markers and replaces them with the pop cans and fast food bags and that, is all the blocked off areas that you can't go to. It removes the X's so it doesn't distract visually. So if you're not paying attention, the road ends and you're supposed to turn and you blew the corner, you're now screwed because you're going to hit the barrier. There is no warning, there is no signs, there are no X's. That's why I was looking at that map carefully as I came to that intersection. Like if I went straight through here, notice there's no barriers, but the GPS tells me I can't go that way. So all I would have would be an invisible barrier that I smack into. Which I don't think would be a good thing for the truck. Let's see, they want me around back. Okay. If I do this right, without swerving too much, I should be able to get the trailer in there. Yeah. Fuck. I knew it. I cut too much, didn't I? Oh, just missed it. That was close. Whew. Oh, don't tell me it's blocked here and they can't get through. Yep. Okay. They're gonna let me through here. Let's. Nope. Okay. This is gonna be fun. I thought I would be able to squeeze in there, but I guess not. So, what I'll do is I'll back the piggy all the way up, back down the parking lot. I thought I could go around the side. But I guess not. Some more foot in it there, so you can use some of those reverse gears. Okay, let's not get carried away now. This was obviously a mistake. Yeah, I'm gonna come over the curb a little bit. As long as I don't hit the cars, I'm happy. I should be okay. Okay, we'll call that a squeeze through. Yeah, kind of figured as much. Down the ramp. Out of the way so I can see what I'm doing here. See that flag there. Hey, Boggy. Sorry, guy. I just noticed the chat. Just give me a second. I'm trying to park this beast. I know you typed in chat. I just can't see it at the moment because it's on my iPad. I'm trying to look down and see what the hell's going on with this thing here. It's going to be a little crooked. Whoa, did I hit? I hit the curb. Good physics. Gotta like that. Hang on. Okay. I read the rules. You're okay. Yeah, no, I decided to switch. I'm happy with the amount of miles I got at the moment. I want to do something fun, and I wanted to test the stream out, see how the equipment's going, see how badly I muck things up. I was fortunate enough to get another viewer earlier that said it does not look like a potato and it does not sound like a potato, so I'm assuming that it's all right. You know what? I think that is a trailer stop. So there we go. Yep. So that's that point. So apparently it's not a potato, regardless of what the title says. So tell me, are you driving today? Are you going to put some miles on? Or are you... And I saw something about you were doing a live stream driving in the real world. What the hell was that all about? Don't get to see these things very often, so I had to make point of it. By the way, Bad Bog is actually Boggy. He's also in the Lithium Long Haul VTC with me, so among others. And we've sort of had a little back and forth going, trying to get miles on the last few days in Euro Truck. Real life today driving. Oh, jeez. And obviously it's all on the wrong side of the road because you live in the wrong country. That's all there is to that. Now I forget, Buggy. Do you do any ATS? American Truck Sim? Because if you do this right here, immersive icon replacers, awesome. Yeah, I was looking at this one here, but I wasn't very happy with it, so I think I'm going to unsubscribe from that one. You're driving an Actros today. Oh, jeez. You didn't tell anybody that, did you? Yeah, so... Yeah, besides the Volvo stuff that I added, I don't know if you're still with us, Raptor, but as you can see, I've got a dash, LED dash, blue and red for the W900, and a new texture pack for all the standard ATS trucks, and a Neo dashboard too that changes more of the little mini computer display there. Just like the VNL ones. Yeah. This one, Buggy, if you ever drive ATS, put this. You'd like this one. Little Freightliner FLB. So very good little truck with a sleeper. But I just love this Mac. There's just something about this Mac being underpowered and still looks fabulous. I still think it looks bloody fabulous. It's one of those One of those ones that if I had it in real life, as I walk away from it, I'd be looking back over my shoulder going, holy jeez, that's really nice. Yeah, what's wrong with Scania? Eh? 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 Don't answer that. Don't answer that. But yeah, if you this map, oh, that's trailers. I don't want trailers. I want trucks. I'm my truck dealer. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm really not sure if that's the one. But yeah, check this out. So, not much in the way of cabs. You're either getting a single headlight model or a double headlight model. Depends on what you want on the front. That's all you get there. Mac. Yes, I agree. I agree. And then again, your chassis, long and short. You know, depending on what you want. Like I say, I've got some add-ons, but the motor I run on it is this one. 315 horsepower. And then, of course, I can go higher, but I run it with the 12 speed. Standard 12. I don't think it's that one, though. Different ratio on the one that I have. And the interior, gotta like that. Look at that. Dark. And then you go in, you flip the wheel, whatever you like. Let me look at that. That's just sharp. And then you've got your dash. Nice wood grain. You got some chrome gauges. I think you can, Bone. I think you can. I think there's a mod that brings one of the Scanias over. I'm not sure. I can't remember which one it is. It's not on the workshop, though. It's not on the workshop. That much I do know. Get the deflector up there. Yeah, I love that little truck. That's a beastie, all right. Yeah, I've been cutting back on the number of mods that I've been using, especially in Euro. It's too easy in Euro. I put pro mods on there for the map and went, holy crap, that's a lot of roads. No, thank you. But I like using a few of the little mods from the, from the more reputable people, like Cecil. Again, I've mentioned it probably 4 or 5 times now in the stream, but Cecil's mods are excellent. The cabin packs and that. But these, yeah, love this track. For me, Peterbilt 389, I like it more than the Kenworth. Just the way it is. Everybody, it's a Ford Chevy question, and what's best for you is not going to be best for me depending on how we drive. But I love that Peterbilt 389. Second best for me would be the old Kenworth. Yeah, definitely. All my drivers, I think, are in game. The most of my drivers are driving Volvo VNLs, the stock SCS, upgraded power plants. But that's it. All depends. But I'm going to have to call this stream a quit because I've got things I got to do before I go and pick up the wife. So we're going to be heading out soon. I want to thank everybody for showing up. That was awesome, guys. I loved it. I'll be doing more streaming. This was more of a a test to make sure that everything was coming up more than potatoes. You know, I looked at the T cab. I was thinking that could be cool, and then I saw the interior, and it's a Scania interior. That's why I went with the old Volvo. It's just one of those ones that I looked at and went, yeah, I like the old trucks. Yep. Well, thank you guys for showing up, guys and girls, whoever's out there, and I appreciate it. And I'm glad it's not a potato, and I'm glad it doesn't sound like potato. That means I can start getting into a regular schedule back on this. So look forward to doing some more. Yeah, but it's Boggy. It's still a Scania interior. Like I mean, there. What do I have? I have the S as the standard truck, the deluxe V8, and it's beautiful, but it's so fucking modern. Pardon my French, I just prefer the old style trucks. I was a little disappointed that they didn't have something older in the ETS lineup when I got it. So when I found the F88, thanks to Matt actually, that's what I decided to go with. That's why I like the Volvo so much, and that's why I like the Mack. I like the old style trucks. They're simple. They're low power. They're not for racing around the map. Like even to empty that Volvo, I think tops out at about 100k downhill tailwind. Put another 20, 30 tons on it. It's still 100k downhill. It's horrible. Yep, exactly. And what I like is, like I said earlier, with the mods available in this game, you can do all sorts of things like this, and you can make it your own. It's still fun. It's still fun. You know, literally the VNL, the Erides VNL in ATS, I've got over 100,000 miles on it. The Scania S in ETS, I've got over 100,000 miles on it. So, I mean, I've definitely played a little, but I just prefer these old trucks. There's just something about them and it keeps Davey off my back that I'm not speeding anymore. He's the one that's speeding, so it's his problem, not mine. I didn't do it. I didn't do it this time. It wasn't me. But I want to thank you guys for showing up and checking out the stream. And I'll be doing more of a regular stuff. It'll probably be weekdays, probably around this time. More than likely Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. I can schedule that in. And on the weekends, I'm going to leave that open and play it by ear there and try to get something regular. So if you want to give me a follow, I'd greatly appreciate it. If not, catch you around. Watch for me. I'll be around. And thanks for coming out. So we'll catch you later. All right. Have a good day. Drive safe.